a leader who takes responsibility for their decisions, a leader who is trusted by our people, a leader that governs with compassion and kindness, especially to the most vulnerable. Your Majesty, you have picked up the mighty spear that has fallen. May your steady hand guide and bring stability to the kingship of Amazulu. I have no doubt that with the support of the royal family, you will lead the process to unite the community and all abantwana basendlunkulu. Under your wise leadership, may the kingdom reach new heights of development, progress, and peace. Let me end by thanking everyone who was involved in making this once-in-a-lifetime auspicious occasion happen. I want to especially thank you, Your Majesty, for your patience, your wisdom that you displayed as this ceremony was being planned. Prince Buthelezi, your advice and steady manner of handling things with wisdom made a great contribution to enabling this ceremony to happen. Minister Dlamini Zuma and other ministers and deputy ministers, I'd like to thank you for the hard work that you put into making this day a success. Premier Dube Ngube, together with your colleagues in the province, you led the provincial planning and execution process with dedication and diligence. And I thank you for making this day such a successful day. Ngiyabonga, sekufike isikhathi sokuthi nginikeze incwadi esibiza ukuthi i-certificate, isiboniso sokuthi ngempela isilo sethu nguye isilo sikaZulu, that our king is indeed officially the king of the Zulu nation and the only king of the Zulu nation. We will now take this opportunity as Minister Dlamini Zuma, no Premier way to hand me over the certificate so that I can hand it over to His Majesty, the King.
Yeah.
Wawuphetha sesiyawufanalize ngoba ithina esikhonza ngaphansi kwesilo, so bazosisheshisela nje lo mcinjana isiyaqonda into so bese siyibuyisela umcimbi nje omncane ozokwenziwa umnqogi shone wethu okay uyinkosi yohlanga
Mina besilo ngiyathoza ningahlala phansi mphathi wohlelo sizwe sikamageba mongameli mhlonishwa ubaba Motamela Ramaphosa mongameli wezwe lase South Africa ongangezwe lakhe ingwenyama eyomalume isilo sakangwane inkosi uMswati wesithathu malume ngibingelele umongameli abadala umhlonishwa ubaba umbeki ekhona phakathi kwethu ngiphakamisa futhi omunye umongameli wethu omdala ubaba uZuma ugedlesekisa Zuma phakamise futhi ukubonga okukhulu kusekela mongameli naye omdala umama uMlambo Ncuka naye okhona phakathi kwethu ngithokoze futhi kakhulu nina besilo ukuphakamisa umama unkosazane Dlamini Zuma ngikhona lapho ngiphakamise okukhulu futhi ukubonga kumama uPremier wethu umama uMadube mhlonishwa Ngiphakamise futhi umhlonishwa ubaba uDuma ngoba ngikhuluma nje osukulweni lanamhlanje kuphakamisa ukubonga okukhulu kuba bonke laba bantu engisabize amagama abo manje ngiphakamise futhi ukubonga okukhulu ngiphakamise ijaji ubaba uMadondo we-Justice Fraternity ekhona ngiphakamise umbhishobhu wami omkhulu naye u-Archbishop ubaba uMakhoba laba engibabizayo njalo ngoba ngikhuluma ngabo nabesilo abadlale indima neqhaza elikhulu empilweni yami nekubambisaneni nesizwe sonkana kanye nami ngoba ngedlula kubona nje kanjena indlunkulu izongixolela njengabasekhaya ngizogcina ngayo ngithokoze kakhulu ngiphakamise ibandla lamaNazaretha eliholwa unyazi lweZulu ngiphakamise okukhulu futhi ukubonga nokwamukela ubaba uNongqunga we-12 Day Apostles ngisekhona lapho ngicela ukuba ngibonge kakhulu eminyangweni kaKhokta nomnyango wezemvelo ukuthi sihambe nabo saze safika kuso lesi sikhathi besilokho sibambene nina besilo umndeni wami ngibonge kakhulu Ndunankulu kaZulu mntwana wakaPhindangene oyisisekelo sami nondunankulu wami nondunankulu kaZulu ngiphakamise futhi ukubonga okukhulu ngiphakamise isandla kuDlunkulu uGwabini noNdlunkulu Mantombela ngiphakamise futhi okunye okukhulu futhi ukubonga buyo iDlunkulu qobo lwayo engomkhulu bami obaba bami abazabami ngiphakamise okukhulu nokwesekeka futhi ngibonga abantwana abangabafowethu engizalwa kanye nabo esendeni likaMdlokombane odadewethu nabafowethu abakhona phakathi kwethu namhlanje ngokuphakamisa futhi ukubonga okukhulu ngisekodlunkulu indlunkulu ngibonga kakhulu Ndlunkulu wokuqala wesilo Ndlunkulu uMadlamini ukuba khona nawe uhambisana nowakwenu uNdlunkulu Mandlovu uNdlunkulu wakwaLinda uZulu ngiphakamise okukhulu Ndlunkulu wasondini Ndlunkulu kaMafu kade sibambene dlukulu kusukela ekuqaleni sesize safika kulesi sikhathi inkosi inibusise bomama bami. Ngizokalise futhi ukubonga okukhulu emakhosini asendlunkulu, izinduna, amakhansela, zimeya esithe noma sihamba sikanye nomntwana ophinda ngene kusukela emkhosini weLembe kuya emkhosini wasesandlwane. Zimeya ngokubambisana namakhansela nezinduna ebezenza isiqiniseko sokuthi yonke imicimbi yethu ihamba kahle ngendlela nangosiko lwakhona ngale kokuphazamiseka. Nina besilo ngibonge kakhulu ezintombini zomhlanga, imbali zesizwe, siyaziqhenya ngani, nami ngingedwa nje ngiyaziqhenya ngani bantu bami. Ngiyathokoza. Ngithi sengivala ukubonga nje kokugcina. Ngibonga kakhulu mabutho kaZulu, mafela sihlalo, mavikela sihlalo ukuthi benilokhu nihamba nami kuze kwafika lesi sikhathi, nibonisa ukuyinikela nothando nokungibekezelela phezu kwesimo ebesikhona emndenini. Nikwazile ukuthi sihlalo nisimele, nisivikele futhi nisilwele ngayo yonke indlela. Ngakho ke ngiyathokoza kakhulu mabutho kaZulu lena besilo. Mr. President, Your Majesty, King Mswati of Swaziland, bantu bakababa ngiyanibingelela nonke. The throne is a covenant between the departed and the living, and those who are still yet to be born. On the shoulders of the crowned head lies hopes, prayers of the living, and more importantly, those who are still yet to be born in our nation. Today I am addressing you and the world as the one who rests on the shoulders of hope for the future of the Zulu, for their place under the sun and in the sun. I understand that history has chosen me at this time when the Zulu and other nations are facing several challenges. Among the challenges are poverty, unemployment, a trust deficit in government and traditional leadership structures, climate change, disasters, economic meltdown, food insecurity, famine, disease, that do not only ravage our people but also our economies. Having mentioned all the above challenges, I also understand the hand of history has chosen me at this time when conditions are ripe for the forging of relationships among other nations and communities to face these challenges. Upon my entrance into the kraal on the 20th of August at Kokhangela Mankengane 2022, I promised to work for you. I uttered those words with confidence, knowing that I have full support and that this journey I walk not on alone, but I walk this journey with you and the rest of the world. It is my daily prayer that I be a catalyst and development of the Zulu, South Africa, and the whole of United Africa. I believe that this will be possible if we work together in our time. I am well aware that our history is incomplete, that of the Isingoni and other nations of Africa, it is incomplete without the history of Indians, the English, the Afrikaner, and all the other races in South Africa and Africa as a whole. Lapha welcome Tania. In the past years, we have had the blessing of being led by a visionary king. With almost 50 years on the throne, King Zwelithini, Zulu Isilo, was both the longest and eldest monarch. During his reign, he ensured that the Zulu people and the monarchy is not only an institution for ceremonial occasions, but also an institution of value, contribution to the country's public service, social cohesion, cultural heritage, and economic imperativeness. His service underlined how tradition serves as a source of unity in a society, as tangible proof of common values which bind communities together in our evolving times. My father upheld the timeless values upon which our province and the country are built on, which are tradition, respect, wisdom, and knowing each other's differences. Moving on, fate has decreed that I be king over the biggest nation in South Africa. This point, which question whether, how do we value our monarchy as the Zulus? In the time that God has favored me with, I commit using numerical strength of the Zulus to develop the country and the economy, and promoting peace, reconciliation, first amongst the Zulus and also among South Africans, and then we move on to the rest of the world. Since South Africa is a multicultural society, I shall ensure that the Zulu culture and heritage are protected within my framework of our country and in our constitution. Ngingandi kakhulu, Mr. President, I know the last few months have been a challenge also to yourself. But mine to you is keep soldiering on and keep moving forward with the Zulu people as you have done in the past with the late King, now with myself, Your Excellency. The Ingwenyama Trust, which I lead, spearheading development programs in rural communities, This will not happen without the active participation of rural communities. I endorse the concept of Ingonyama Trust Rural Development Forum, an initiative started by the late monarch and support by the African Union and the KwaZulu-Natal government. The forum is comprised of an informal network of traditional leaders, experts, research institutions, businesses, policy makers, research institutions, businesses, so on and so forth. The uniqueness of this forum approach is found that its intention is to drive the process of rural development through points of departure. First, that the traditional institutes in all different forms and levels should drive rural development. These are institutions that are integrated in the lives of rural residents, therefore better understood. My President, ngibonga kakhulu nina besilo. Moving forward, cooperative amongst ubukhosi, executive and legislature is of paramount importance. As the head of the ubukhosi and monarch of the province, I commit myself to ensure that ubukhosi, while autonomous, collaborations with executive and the legislature on the development and benefit of the people. I encourage my politicians to work diligently and honestly. You must be aware that you are the reflection on our democracy, which is tarnished when misbehaved, as seen in the trust deficit on politicians of our government. Nina besilo ngithokoza kakhulu lokhu engikhulume namhlanje. Ngiyazi ukuthi bengikhuluma ngolimi lika George oludala ukuthi ngoba nakho sinezivakashe eziphuma emazweni angaphandle, bekuphoqa ukuthi uGeorge naye ngimkhulume ukuze sikwazi ukuthi sihlangane sizwane sonke ngoba sisodwa namhlanje sinezivakashi. Ngalokho Zulu mnyama ngithokoza kakhulu kuNkulunkulu nezinyanyaza kwethu ukuthi usuku lwanamhlanje uNkulunkulu ugcine ethandile kubo bonke laba kade ngibabonga basisebenzele lesi sihlalo kusuka phezulu kumntwana ongaphinda ngene nabo malume eSwazini ngwenyama basikhulekele lesi sihlalo bayikhulekele lemisebenzi esihlangene ngayo namhlanje bonke ngoba nibabona ngisihlezi nabo la. Akekho ngasijulukelanga lesi sikhathi esikuso namhlanje, okusho ukuthi uNkulunkulu nezinyanyaza kwethu nani Zulu mnyama abantu bakababa, uNkulunkulu usibusise kakhulu. Ngalokho ngiyathokoza kakhulu ukuthi sihambe safika kulolu suku lwanamhlanje. Ungabe bikho lutho olubi oluphazamisayo noma ukuchitheka kwegazi olwenzekile. Ngalokho Zulu mnyama ngiyanethembisa ukuthula nobuholi obuhlakaniphile nobuholi obuya phambili. Ngizoyibamba lapha umdlokombane eyishiye khona. Ngalamazwi ngiyanithokozela, nami ngiyayithokozela futhi ngiyathokoza. Inkosi inibusise.
Siyacela ingonyama ingakahlali phansi ngokohlelo kunezipho ekufanele zithulwe isilo samabandla sakahlali phansi aphuthume umntwana angene kusona.
Hlanganiso. Cela ukuba zisondele izipho zengonyama eziqonde kwabathile. Siyacela ukuthi basondeze izipho isilo sifisa ukudlulisa isipho okokuqala kumnumzane uPatrice Motsepe ngeqhaza lakhe alidlalayo ukusebenzisana nabaholi bomdabu esocela ukuthi asondele ngaphambili emukele. Likhulu eqhaza umnumzane Patrice Motsepe alidlalayo esizweni samaZulu nesizwe zonke ezinye ngobukhosi. Ithi ngonyama induna yomtswana. Isipho sesibili siqonda engonyameni umswati umlesa bube umhlaba bayethi isipho sesibili siqonde kumongameli wezwe umnumzane uCyril Matamela Ramaphosa mengameli. Isipho esiqhamuka isipho esiqonde isipho esiqhamuka kwisilo samabandla wonke esiqonde kumntwana wakwaphindangene ndabezitha umntwana wakwaphindangene isilo kunesipho esikhulu Mageba isilo esisiqondise kumntwana sitheke isilo angifunde lamazwi Mageba sithe isilo angifunde lamazwi ngenkathi simembesa umntwana esakho Mageba sithi isilo samabandla sithi isilo samabandla ngentobeko phambi kwezinyanda ezulu zesihlalo nendlunkulu yonke ngethula kumntwana okwaphindangene ongundunankulu kaZulu lesi sikhumbuzo ngithakasela inkonzo yakho Mageba efana neyobundela uma ufuka weseke umbuso kaZulu iphelile iminyaka engaphezulu kwamashumi ayisikhombisa uyinkanyezi ekhomba ubuZulu ukuthi buyini futhi kufanele benzeni kanjani nini kuze kube isibuko nabakwezinye izizwe sibazise ubukhona balobu bukhosi siphakamisa iflege nase-Afrika Mageba sithi silo siyathokoza ngemisebenzi yakho sibenge siyibongela sona kanye namakhosi onke adlule esandleni sakho asangale siyabonga egameni lalawo makhosi ndabezitha Mageba isilo ke simgqokisa umntwana isikhumba sebhubesi mxolise Ngonyama ugqoka isikhumba sebhubesi umntwana uyahlonishwa ngokumela ubukhosi besizwe sikaZulu namhlanje na Mageba wena wendoda isilo futhi sifisa ukwethwesa umangameli wase South Africa umnumzana uRamaphosa imbatha lengwe nomqhele wakhona simethwese nomqhele
Kuhle kakhulu namhlanje na Zulu kaMalandela othola isipho ke uyagiye engathi umfulo washamanzi sesitabele baba fuwe washamanzi ashamanzi
isilo ngaphezu kwembatha nemqhele nomkhonto sithi umnumzane umengameli uthola ngaphezulu amaguqa amabili bese kuthi ke kokugcina ngiyaqondiswa ke ukuthi lezi inkomo ezimbili isithole nenkunzi yenguni ngoba kuyaziwa ukuthi umengameli ungumfuyi angayi kuyoyihlaba lezi inkomo zande sibe sisibaya sakwaSiqhamuka kwaZulu ingonyama ke yesizwe samaZulu ithi yathula futhi kwingonyama umswati wesithathu ongumalume wayo ithula amaguqa inkomo eziyisikhombisa eziwu7 bayethe wena ngapha